Again, yet to be seen. Game 2. If Philadelphia's going to do that, they've got to have one tonight to get their names on that cup. The grind line, a +4 in Game 1. And Garth Snow was not played in 16 days. Makes the start tonight.
The Stanley Cup playoffs is brought to you by MasterCard. MasterCard, the official card of the NHL. By Miller Genuine Draft, to remind you it's time for better beer ground. And by the all-new Wide Track Grand Prix by Pontiac. Wider is better.
Sunset City of brotherly love, and the sun rises on this game too. Welcome everybody, we're underway. Eric Lindros won the face-off, and it'll be played back for Karl Dykhuis. His only scratch came in the last game. Dykhuis is back on D with Peter Svoboda out of the lineup. And Philadelphia wants to come out and pound right here. And Lindros started it in the corner. There's Eric Lindros, and the puck behind the net. Banged away by Murphy. Vernon dove out, couldn't get it. Murphy will clear it up the side. In that game 1, Detroit came out and got the better of it physically early. You just can't let that happen, especially in their home ice. Philadelphia does not intend to let that happen here. You will see them following through on some checks.
Yeah, Garrett, and to do that, the Flyers have to get the puck deep into the Detroit zone. This series is about where the game is played because that's when the Flyers get big and strong, is deep in the Detroit zone.
No icing on that one. The effort down low by Brind'Amour prevented the whistle. Doug Brown drops it off. Brown heading to the net. Brown got tied up. Desjardins was there on the back check. Third up, Fetisov. He is out there with Doug Brown on this line. Konstantinov, the defenseman, shot. Garth Snow makes the save. Went out to cover it and missed it. Fortunately, had coverage on the near side, helping on the puck as Snow was out of position. They'll come back through center ice. Desjardins will clear it into the near side boards. Konstantinov, the big hit. Fans are rocking and rolling. That's what Philadelphia's doing. They're hitting anything in red.
Yeah, and the best kind of start for Garth Snow, as Darren Pang mentioned before this game started. Nice shot, stoppable, long shot, got the feel of the puck. Now he at least feels as if he's somewhat into the game.
What the Redwings want to do is hold on here for about 10 minutes worth. Shanahan moving it in. Shanahan shot. He scores! Brendan Shanahan! Setting it up inside the blue on just the second shot taken by the Red Wings.
But you know what I just said about Garth Snow? Forget about it. This one was deflected, but it doesn't matter how it went in. A great read by Brendan Shanahan and a blast that handcuffed Garth Snow. I think it was tipped slightly, but that may be secondary. The issue now is going to be Garth Snow and where's his confidence. This is a real crucial moment in this game. The Detroit Red Wings wanted to test Garth Snow early. Boy, they have right now. Brendan Shanahan was allowed to step into the middle and let it go. And yeah, you can see that it changed angles. But to me, that's unimportant from a Detroit standpoint because they know they're on the board. That hit Paul Coffey in the skates.
A 1-0 lead. Of all the things that Philadelphia did not want to happen in this game, that was it.
Gary, you mentioned the crowd rocking and rolling. Well, watch it sag now. Watch it sag.
And you saw Detroit when they were able to get on that board early. Cleared off the near side. Dumped back in by LeClair. Centering pass comes all the way up to Niinimaa. The rookie sent it back. Lindros couldn't get it as he was coming out from behind the net. Played on the near side. Tried to dump it in. Zubras down into the corner to Lindros. Lindros tied for the lead and playoff scores. And of course leading this Philadelphia team. But at 1:37, Brendan Shanahan gets his first of this series, his 7th of the playoffs at 1:37 on the Red Wings' second shot to give Detroit a 1-0 lead. Slava Fetisov will move that one in. Got knocked down by Dykhuis. Detroit was hit the puck with a high stick, so that'll bring the face-off out the center.
Well, the Red Wings know they can't match the Flyers' size. Chris Draper said, listen, if we can get the lead, that's a big help for us. The Flyers have to play as smart as the Detroit Red Wings. This Detroit Red Wings team, to me, reminds me a lot of the Devils in '95. Teams didn't want to give them very much credit, but you find out when it's too late that it is the team you're playing against and not your poor play that can make the difference. And Detroit right now, for the last at least 2 games, in the Colorado series, they're playing like a machine, a defensive machine.
They are forcefully methodical.
Yes, sir.
And a very tough team to play against because they aren't making any mistakes. They do not rattle. Yzerman won the faceoff back to Konstantinov. His shot deflected in the circle, and Coffey had taken his man down. Dumped back in behind the net, but Desjardins was there to come away with it. Cleared up. Brind'Amour will flip that one out for center. Line changes being made by Philadelphia in this game. Howard has moved down to the 4th line and may not see a lot of action in this one. Back through the middle comes the captain, Steve Yzerman. He's alone. The change of shot just off the end of the glove of Karl up the near side and on through center. You see the Red Wings putting that heat on. This is the problem Philadelphia had in game 1. Could not get the puck through center ice. And even if they did, it happened like this, where nothing was going on.
Now, you have to have your dump and chase as a plan A. If it's a plan B, it means whatever else you were trying didn't work. You've lost your speed. You're not going to get your big bodies into the forecheck, and you're not going to get your hitting game going.
Great play by Fetisov right there to knock it back into the zone. And it came back to get it down. Not out. Rouse holds it in. Rouse trying to go through, got taken down by Terry, and in front, Kozlov. And it's deflected to the near side by Snow. Kozlov was all alone in front. Doug Brown gets it back out. Fetisov's shot was partially blocked by Trent Clark. Cleared up. Rouse holds it in again. His shot high and wide. Niinimaa will let it go to Clark. Fetisov came over on the back check. Couldn't get it. John Bodine moves it out through center. Down he goes as he got dumped. Brought back in. Down the middle. Clark trying to get it up for the shot. Couldn't. Bouncing puck just never set on his stick. Coffey held it in. Knocked down at center. Detroit will clear it back out. Brought back through the middle. Kozlov. They're taken down on the triple on the blue line. Good play by Dykhuis. They do not clear. Koser moves up to hold it in. Joey Koser a goal in the last game. Detroit trying to set it up the blue, but it came back outside. Furious pace as you would expect here in this game too at the start. Either team wanting to give the other the advantage in that old momentum. Lindros shot deflected by Murphy wide. Maltby over to get it. Maltby's got Koser crisscrossing with him at center. Joey Koser moves it in 2-on-3. His shot save made. Rebound tipped in on Snow and knocked away. Rebound chance. Coffey will be called for the penalty. Coffey hauled his man down in the corner, and the Red Wings with 5 shots, the Flyers none, and a 1-0 lead. Terry Murray's team is going to be short-handed at 4:29 into this period. The only goal so far, even strength by Brendan Shanahan, his first in this series against Philadelphia.
Now it's time to vote for one of the 3 finalists for the MasterCard Cutting Edge Play of the Year. Candidate number 1. Cavaracci shuts down Hall with his paddle.
Oh, baby. What a save on Hall.
Number 2. Kaminsky perfects the spinorama.
Oh, what a goal! I don't believe it!
And number 3. Jeff Hackett gets a leg up on the Devils.
He didn't have his goal stick.
Call now and vote. The winner will be revealed during Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Finals on ESPN.
Want to go back and show you how Detroit scored. Here's the play. It's going to go off the boards. Brendan Shanahan will intercept, but watch Joel Otto. He's a little confused here as to who he should cover. See, Shanahan went right by, and he caught the Flyers flat-footed. The Flyers know you really play with fire when you turn the puck over in the neutral against the Red Wings.
Save made on the power play chance. Brendan Shanahan back up for Nicholas Lidstrom. Lidstrom and Fetisov are working the blue line on this unit. Shanahan will set up side of the net. Out in front, Martin Lapointe. Shot kicked away by Terrien. Dumped back in behind the net for Shanahan. Shanahan couldn't knock it down. Lindros will bring it up. Penalty picked up by Coffey. The holding at 4:29. Detroit has not scored on their last 20 power play chances. 0 for 20. They're 0 for 5 in game 1. They've got the 1-0 lead here. Pass blocked away to center. Nicholas Lidstrom backed up. Charles Samuelson came in and got the puck. Vernon had that one deflect wide. Back in to get it. Sean Podine shot-handed on Larionov. Good job. Held it for a moment. Pass blocked again by Brind'Amour. Lapointe got it back through the middle. Lapointe, Shanahan on his right. Shanahan just let it roll in to prevent the offside and cleared out by Dykhuis.
Well, really, the stars of Game 1 were the penalty killers for both of these teams. They're both similar. They're very aggressive. You saw Podine and Brind'Amour deep in the Detroit zone forechecking, and that's what Detroit does too.
Now Brind'Amour gets caught up by his. Detroit will try and take advantage of this as they make a change behind the play. Kozlov down the middle. Gets stood up. Therrien takes him to the wall. Therrien is having a magnificent playoff. A +15 for Therrien here in the playoff year. In the corner, Detroit still controls. Fetisov working. Power play to Lidstrom. Lidstrom shot. Save made by Snow. Rebound. Desjardins trying to clear it out. Does not. Detroit changing it. Nobody back along the line. Goes in inside for the Captain Yzerman. Desjardins on him. McCarty came over to get it. Back up top. Lidstrom again. Lidstrom to Murphy. Larry Murphy fakes. Kozlov one-timer. Save made by Snow. And cleared out of the zone by Therrien. Power play down to 10 seconds left on it. In Game 1, Detroit scored on their 4th shot of the game against Texas. In Game 2, they had scored on their 2nd shot for the 1-0 lead. And Detroit, when scoring the power play goal, doesn't wash in the playoffs. But they haven't had one in their last 20 chances. Kelsey had that one in, and the power play's over, make it 21. Dykhuis has got it. The penalty killer's able to work that one away for Philadelphia. Detroit back in their own end. Konstantinov right across the middle. Both teams changing it up on the fly. Shots are 8-0. Philadelphia has not had a shot. We are 7 minutes into the first period.
No, and Detroit is doing their typical job of trying to bog everything down. But you notice right away, a couple of times Eric Lindros has dumped the puck in deep. They know now, after learning the hard way in Game 1, you got to get it in deep on Detroit.
Fetisov cleared that one out. Janne Niinimaa came back together over to Coffey on the near side. Coffey dumped it in. Konstantinov didn't get it out. Lindros the shot. Side by Vernon screen. Vernon got one into as LeClair was cutting in, but he was still able to make the save. 3-on-3. Shanahan again trying to cut the middle. Coffey takes it down. And another penalty on Paul Coffey. Shanahan got the step. He got hooked down, and Detroit will go back on the power play, leading it 1-0. Paul Coffey has drawn both penalties so far in this game, playing in his 189th playoff game, and not a happy defenseman.
And this one was because of Detroit's speed. The Flyers have to honor that when they don't stand up, and when Detroit gets going full speed, you got it back in. That's why that penalty was taken.
Short-handed now, the Flyers again for the 2nd time in the opening 7.5 minutes of this game. Fetisov's got it. Detroit did not convert on their first power play chance. They'll get it set up here. Shanahan's in the middle. Kozlov goes by him. Kozlov leaves it. Goes to the point. Shanahan in front. Dump it near side to Larionov. Larionov looking. Now they'll get it set up the way they want it with Fetisov back along the point. Larionov there. Larionov open. Larionov, defenseman without a stick over there is Sean Bodine. Sent back to Kozlov. To Philadelphia short-handed. One without a stick. Shanahan. And he just missed it wide. He got Bodine without the stick. Right in front of him. Larionov moving it in. Looking to trying to go to that wide side corner. Nicholas Lidstrom holds it in. Shanahan set up in front. There's Larionov. He shot saves Snow. Shanahan trying to get it in. Checked away and cleared out by Desjardins.
You see Desjardins went to the backhand on that clearance because he's got a left-hand stick. It was Desjardins who dropped his stick and broke it. And Sean Bodine, who shoots left, gave him his stick. That's why he automatically went to the backhand on the clear.
Oh, 27 seconds left to go in this power play. Redwings over the last 21 on the advantage here in the playoffs. Dykhuis comes back to get it after Snow stopped it. Cleared it out. Brind'Amour lets it go. Slava Fetisov. Giving chase at the other end as Vernon was there to get it. Fetisov will go back in behind the net. 11:06 left to go at a furious pace first period here. Larry Murphy will work it up through the middle. Dropped it off. Tomas Sandstrom leads it. Great tip pass to Yzerman. Yzerman looking. McCarty dumped that right between his legs and went to the front of the net. No room there. Fetisov back over to Larry Murphy. Fetisov at the top. Slava Fetisov shot. Snow the save. Rebound comes to Murphy. Murphy dished it out for Yzerman. 8 left on the power play. Yzerman, his shot, save. Rebound McCarty. Knocked away by Snow. He scores! With 3 seconds left on the power play. Detroit has taken a 2-0 lead on a power play goal.
And they are 7-0 in the playoffs when they score at least one power play goal in a game. Snow was screened. He made the first save, and it looked for a minute that the Flyers were going to get out of trouble here. There was one shot. Then the point of attack went over to the right of the screen because Larry Murphy passed it over to the side to Steve Yzerman. As Yzerman moved in, he took the shot, saved by Snow. Finally, the rebound actually squirted out between Shell Samuelson's skates to Steve Yzerman, who smartly followed his shot. Wow! hardly any angle. What a great shot by Steve Yzerman. So with hardly any angle and the power play just about to expire, a huge goal for the Red Wings.
They get out of an 0 for 21 on the power play. They take a 2-0 lead, and for Terry Murray, this is the worst he could have imagined in the first period of Game 2.
Yeah, I would say so. Perfect for Scotty Bowman and the Red Wings. They're going to be able to roll their 4 lines. Terry Murray had planned to shorten his bench anyway, and he's going to have to do that possibly even more than he wanted. But more than anything, the Flyers have to stick to a game plan. When Detroit takes the lead, you get frustrated against them. You move out of your game plan. You start maybe trying to beat them with finesse, and then you self-destruct. It gets worse before it gets better.
It is a 2-0 lead. The Flyers have had one shot on goal. We are midway through the first period of this Game 2. They're being outshot 13-1. They got Lindros out there. Shot taken, knocked away by Vernon. LeClair behind the net center. Tipped away as Zubris was cutting in. Coffey the shot. That's deflected in the big pass and brought out by Maltby. Maltby will move it to center and dump it in. Maltby took a big hit as he went to the bench on the Flyers side. And Zubris went over to get him and put him right across the bench. 2-on-2 the other way. Penalty behind the play. Vernon will make the save and hang on. And a charging call coming up.
And I think this one's against Detroit. It's Marty Lapointe. He missed his guy, but he had his legs thrashing as he came towards the boards, and that was enough for Terry Gregson to call. He's called it a charge here.
Terry Gregson, 18 years, the referee, his 5th Stanley Cup final, and Martin Lapointe draws the charge.
Well, the Flyers are definitely going to try and get their hitting game rolling, and that's one thing that hasn't stopped them. Dykhuis, Zubris, it's a good thing somebody for Detroit closed the door real quickly. I think that was Chris Osgood that thought very quickly to close the door. Otherwise, Maltby maybe gets hurt on the play. There is the penalty. Lapointe missed him, but Terry Gregson saw him churning his legs, and so I'm going to call a charge anyway.
So Philadelphia will get a power play chance here at 9:39, already down 2-0. Scotty Bowman's team, giving up just 2 goals a game on average throughout this playoff year, have been very, very tough to come back on.
Exceptionally tough. Wait till we get to the third period if they're still leading, and we'll fill everybody in about their third period wall that they put up. I mean, they are just about impenetrable in the third period to try to score on in the playoffs.
There you see the Flyers 1 for 5 in Game 1, 3 shots on the chances. The Yzerman goal at 9:22 is 6 of the playoffs from Murphy and Fetisov. Shot there, Berman with a big save right off the draw, and it's cleared out. Balloon got that right at the top of the circle. Had a power play shot. Detroit able to clear it out.
That's one of the reasons that Falloon is in the lineup, so that the Flyers, Terry Murray is hoping that they can at least generate some offense on the special teams. And I think now they realize that if they don't get something going in the power play, it could be a short series because Detroit is so good defensively 5-on-5.
Philadelphia's power play 15 for 80, 6th among the playoff teams. Cleared up and out of the zone. Larry Murphy sent it all the way to Karl at the other end. A minute 20 left on the power play. Both teams will change it up on the fly. Detroit with a 2-0 lead here in this first period has stunned this big crowd here at the CoreStates Center, and the Flyers in particular. Lindros going to the corner for it. Dump behind the net. LeClair back up for Coffey at a point, and Niinimaa working the blue line. Niinimaa the one-timer, blocked by Fetisov. Cleared in by Niinimaa. He can hit from behind into the boards. He's all right. Oh, did he take a shot from Sergei Fetisov? Niinimaa trying to get his helmet adjusted there after got knocked off by Fetisov. Side rebound, whip to the wide side. Niinimaa still can't get the helmet off.
No, he's got a problem, and now he just ripped it off and threw it away.
Blew it away. There he is. The helmet hot shot. Wide of the net. Rebound. LeClair in front. Couldn't get to it. Lindstrom clears it out of the zone.
Boy, what a picture of focus for this rookie, Janne Niinimaa. First of all, he just about got KO'd head first into the boards by Fetisov. Got up with the chin strap choking him, and then finally ripped it off and kept the play alive in the process.
Janne Niinimaa in his first season already is tied for 5th all-time among rookies in a playoff year. All-time 5th for a rookie. They're back to the loop. Benberg sent it in wide side. A little opening shot on. Oh, hang on to that one. There is no rebound. Howard Chuck from the 4th line out on the power play. 8 seconds left on it. Vernon made the save.
Dale Howard-Chuck was trying to go high on him, but Mike Vernon has not had a weakness, high or low. He has gotten better, I think, not only every series, but maybe even every game. And you have to know now that Mike Vernon, who expected to have been traded during the season, is now a legitimate candidate for the Smythe Trophy as MVP at the playoffs. The other end, Garceau comes in to start here in Game 2 in relief of Ron Hextall. I personally wasn't that surprised. Every time Terry Murray has done this, it has worked.